The wasteland of the internet, there are thousands of videos telling you to do this and do that in order to study better. But the thing is, there are many advices out there that are not actually good for you, that are sabotaging you. And in this video, I'm going to discuss 6 of them. Starting off strong with number 1, the Pomodoro technique. What the Pomodoro technique essentially tells you is that every 30 minutes you need to take a 5-minute break. Every 1 hour you need to take a 10-minute break. But the thing is, if you do that, you're sabotaging your focus. You see, as humans, we have something called an ultradian cycle. And this means that we can focus for 90 minutes at a time. And even more for a matter of fact. I've had focus sessions where I was focusing for more than 10 hours at a time, like a single slot, without taking breaks. The thing is, if you want to get shit done, you can't rely on the Pomodoro technique. Because you're killing your focus. You can get so much more out of your study time if you study for longer than just like 30 minutes, bro. On a more real note, bhai, like, are you a kindergartner that you need a 5-minute break every now and then? No, right? Like, you're an adult, so you have to study like an adult. You can't expect to get real results when you're like studying like a fucking kindergartner. The Pomodoro technique is absolute bullshit, and I used to believe in it for the longest time, and it completely destroyed my results. So if you're anyone who follows the Pomodoro technique, you need to stop immediately. And of course, this does not mean that you have to study for 10 hours a day or anything like without breaks. Of course, take breaks from time to time. Okay, you don't need breaks in such short intervals is what I'm trying to say. Of course, we all have different focus sessions. You know, I can focus for a different amount of time. Maybe you can focus for more longer than me. Just adjust, pay. Just adapt to your focus level. Take breaks when necessary, not just because it's convenient. The next mistake you're making is going for aesthetics. Hey, acha dikhta bhai to have color-coded notes. You know, highlighter se color code kar rahe. You know, pink means ki it's the answer. Green means ki you have to memorize this fact. Purple means this. Pink means that. But the thing is ki like, it's not really helping you. You can get similar results if you're just underlining with a pen or a pencil. Bhai, sexy notes की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. Of course, ऐसा अच्छा दिखता है भाई, like देख के कि color coded and everything. मगर the thing is कि like you're wasting your time by doing that. You're better off spending your time actually studying, actually putting in the work, rather than spending your time color coding your notes. Which smoothly brings me on to my next mistake, which is not making notes. So there's a certain influencer out there on the internet, which I won't name, who claims that making notes is a bad thing. And I want to discuss this topic right now. You have to make notes. Notes बनाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. मगर this is not me saying कि word by word हर चीज़ copy करो notes में. नहीं भाई, you don't need to do that because that's kind of inefficient and it's kind of dumb. And if you're asking what's dumber than copying the notes word by word, it's not making notes at all. You want to be in the middle, where you're making notes, magar it's not word by word. Concise notes. And once you have those concise notes, you want to make short notes, which are even more concise. By irrelevant चीज़ें लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है notes में. जैसा कि mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You will never forget that. Don't write things you will never forget in your notes. It's just like fluff. It's just useless space in your notes. You're way better off just writing things which are actually meaningful, which you will actually forget. You're way better off writing things in a more concise manner, because this actually gets you results. At the end of the day, it all depends on the student. Can you hold everything in your memory? Because everyone has different memory strength. Some people's memories are crazy. Some people have shit memory and need to make notes in order to remember everything. Which brings me on to my next topic, which is the third one I believe. That is watching lectures on 3 times speed, 2 times speed. Bhai dekho, when you're watching a lecture on 2 times speed, bhai, your memory retention is going to be absolute dog shit. कुछ याद नहीं रहेगा bhai. And अच्छा दिखता है bhai. और bhai मेरा portion जल्दी खत्म हो रहा. Portion जल्दी खत्म करना is not the main goal here right now, is it? Portion ढंग से करना is the main goal. चीज़ें याद रखना, question solve करना की ability रहना. And that only comes if you have good memory retention. Bhai, you can't expect कि हर एक चीज़ याद रहना जब chapter करते, क्योंकि like it's not realistic unless you're Albert Einstein or anything like that. Magar watching lectures at 2 times speed is first and foremost inefficient. Secondly, it's unproductive. Might as well go do something else with your time, bhai. And I say this out of experience. I used to watch lectures in 2 times speed, 3 times speed, and I used to get the dopamine hit कि portion खत्म हो रहा. मगर memory retention absolute zero. Of course, मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा कि 100% of the chapter याद रखो, क्योंकि it's not realistic. But at least 80%, 75%, इतना तो long term memory में रहना चाहिए भाई. So take your time when you're studying chapters. Pause for a moment. सोचो कि ये concept में क्या है. Do I understand the concept? समझो lecture देख रहे हैं. Electrostatics. Pause करो. Okay, do I understand this? Do I understand what's Gauss law? Do I understand electric potential? Like, just revise it for a moment and then unpause and continue. And if you do this, you will have better memory retention. The next mistake you're making is substituting your sleep for caffeine. Until now, I've said memory retention like hundreds of times already in this video. But the thing is, to have better memory retention, the best thing you can do is have proper sleep. This is essential to you as a student. You can't go without it. But you're better off getting 7 hours of sleep with 8 hours of study, rather than 14 hours of study with like half a sleep. But book के सामने आँखें खोल के नहीं सो जाना है. You have to be active when you're learning. हर एक चीज़ समझना है भाई. हर एक चीज़ दिमाग में घुसाना है. And this दिमाग में घुसाना process really gets accelerated when you're sleeping properly. And उसके ऊपर से भाई जब अच्छी नींद लेते हैं, you have more energy to study. And of course, your energy is very, very, very important. I've spoke about energy management in this video right here. I think it was called the easiest way to study for 12 hours a day on a daily basis. So go click on that video if you want to learn more about how to study for longer. I'm not going to discuss it in this video. Bhai, sleep is extremely essential, bhai. And this really ties in with caffeine. Bhai, caffeine lena is fine in my opinion. Bhai, as a student, you need to have caffeine. मैं आज 2 cups coffee पिया, like strong coffee. क्योंकि first and foremost, it's really good for your studies. You can focus for longer. मगर substituting your sleep for caffeine is possibly one of the worst things you can do. This is something I used to do, bhai. I used to have 3 liters of black coffee on a daily basis. Barely 4 hours of sleep, 12 hours study. Little did I know at the time, magar I was self-destructing. So the fifth mistake you're making, listening to music while studying. But when you're studying, you need to have 100% of your focus on the task at hand, which is studying. But जब गाने सुनते, a part of your brain is in the song. You're not focusing on the task at hand. And because of this, your study efficiency drops like crazy. I've spoke about study efficiency in this video, how to study 3 times faster in 24 hours, something like that. So if you want to learn more about study efficiency and how you can improve your study efficiency, go click on that video. I don't feel like repeating the things in that video right now, so you should go and check that video out. Your study efficiency is very, very crucial. But it doesn't matter कि 12 घंटे बैठे पढ़ने के लिए. What matters more is कि वो 12 घंटे में क्या accomplish करे भाई. What have you done in those 12 hours? भाई ये भी कर सकते ना कि एक पेज 12 घंटे के लिए पढ़े, मगर like it does not achieve anything, does it now? And this is not me saying कि खाली 2 घंटे पढ़ो और उसमें 12 घंटे का काम करो, cause like kind of impossible, like it's kind of retarded in that sense. मगर what I am trying to tell you is कि do not take your study efficiency for granted, and you're taking it for granted by listening to music while you're studying. By gaane sunna, I listen to them in breaks, not while you're studying. This is exactly what I used to do during my JEE days, because I needed that hit of music bhai, in order to continue with my day. I don't know about you, magar music is the only real thing keeping me going throughout my day. Even in classes bhai, like I can't go without it essentially. Magar that should not be the reason that you're listening to music while you're studying. The next popular study technique which is destroying your studies is doing all-nighters. I've already spoken about why you need to sleep. Your memory retention solely depends on your sleep. But I want to make this one thing clear. You cannot expect to have proper sleep every single day of the week. Of course, some days your workload is more and you need more time in order to complete the work. Having 2 all-nighters per week is fine in my opinion. More than that, you're destroying your health, and your health is very precious. Your health is more of a priority than your studies ever should be. Even if you haven't slept properly, take out some time in the afternoon, like for example after college, just to recharge essentially. Sleep isn't a luxury bhai, and it shouldn't be seen as one. It's something you need to function, and you cannot go without it. So yeah, what was I talking about? Like what was the tip? उधर मैं क्या tip दे रहा था? भूलिया मैं बात करते करते कौन सा टिप दे रहा था? Wait, give me a moment. Of course, it's completely fine to be nocturnal. रात में पढ़ना is completely fine. You have to adjust your schedule कि सुबह में सो रहे रात में पढ़ रहे. मगर the popular notion कि oh no, you don't need sleep bro, only work. Your work is more important than your sleep, which it isn't if I'm being honest. एक वो Tristan Tate का reel था ना, I'll pull it up on screen right now.
Alright, off ready. I've got a new energy drink.
You're only supposed to use one. Tristan. Stop.
There's 10 coffees, that's 11. 12 coffees. 15.
It's your yard time in. Pre-workout.
No.
Shout out to Big Herc 916 on YouTube. He gave me this. He's a G.
I don't think he'd approve.
I'm an adult and I can do what I like.
Is this not going to give you a cardiac arrest?
This won't dissolve.
Vitamin tablet.
There's no universe
Can't
that dissolves. This won't dissolve.
It will dissolve. It won't. I'm off the Red Bull. I'm trying to keep it healthy. Should mix Red Bull with this. Teach you a lesson.
It looks evil,
Okay. Yeah.
but it did dissolve.
Looks like the kind of drink that you just served in hell. It's also too hot to drink.
Add some cold water first. What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Isn't an energy drink.
It's not an energy drink.
It's the ultimate energy drink.
No.
Okay. Now for
It did dissolve though. I was wrong.
it did dissolve. It's basically liquid. Taste test.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Tastes great. It's just too hot. energy for days. Off the Red Bull. Keeping it healthy. If you like the recipe, it's on my website. $3,000.
A few moments later.
No!
Fine. I feel energized and powerful. I just need to lay down on the floor for a little bit, and I can transfer all my energy into Mother Earth to fight the coronavirus and global warming. Tell the world more powerful.
This doesn't work.
That's not. Or give me beer. It's not real science.
This isn't science.
Alcohol should counteract it and slow it down.
Give me beer and a coffee. It's not science.
This isn't science at all.
This is like the antidote.
There's no science here.
This is the antidote.
I think I might die.
A beer will slow it down. If that doesn't work, I'll get the Palinka out.
I need a cup of tea.
And Siggy.
Cup of tea and a ciggy. It'll be as right as rain.
This ideology is fine if you're a businessman, if you're doing anything else except for your studies. Cause in your studies, you need your sleep, you need your beauty sleep, man. So you have to make sure you're getting proper sleep. You can't expect to, sorry about the background noise, my family is in my room. Okay, I really need to get done with this video. So make sure you're getting proper sleep, make sure you're getting enough sleep because sleep is extremely important. As I had said, as a student, you need to get full sleep. तुमको वीडियो में डाल दे रूँ मैं आते वीडियो में आते है कैमरा के सामने हैं मैं कभी उधर से आता कोई भी नहीं पूछे तुम्हारे से So you need to get proper sleep because it's essential to your productivity as a student. नहीं कर रहे. And I think that's about it for now. Follow these advice and you can expect to see your productivity jump up by 50 to 75%. And that is all for now. And I will see you in the next video. And bye. Also, I hope you have a very elastic day. And bye.